The SKS, officially known as the Samozariadny Karabin Systemy Simonova 1945, which translates to the self-loading carbine of the Simonov System 1945, is a 2-star RF that's available from normal construction or stage drops from 2-6 onwards. During World War II, the Soviets realized that their existing rifles, namely the Mosin-Nagant, were long, heavy, and fired cartridges that were more effective in MMGs, which could fire accurately out to 2,000 meters. But in rifles, unless a trained sniper with a scope was using them, were only effective out to 1,000 meters. The Soviets qualified a new intermediate round in 1943. The SKS takes note from another Simonov firearm, the AVS-36, which was mentioned last video. So much so that some considered it the shortened version of it, though its select fire and caliber had been changed. In 1949, the SKS was officially adopted by the Red Army, being manufactured from 1949 to 1955, though it was quickly replaced by the select fire, lighter, larger magazined, and less labor-intensive AK-47 a few years after its adoption, relegating the SKS to non-frontline troops, with the Soviet Air Defense Forces using it until the 1980s. Much like any Soviet weaponry, the designs for it were shared among the Eastern Bloc and other communist allies such as China, with it being used in the very late part of World War II during tests against German troops, the Hungarian Uprising, Suez Crisis, Vietnam War, and so on. The SKS is a short-stroke, gas-piston, tilting bolt, self-loading, semi-automatic rifle, firing the 7.62x39 cartridge from a 10-round internal box magazine at a rate of 35 to 40 rounds per minute, out to a range of about 400 meters. In her character art, drawn by Fantania, SKS wears a white shirt with a boob window, short cuff sleeves, underneath a black button vest, a black pleated skirt, stockings that go from black to magenta with an X pattern, black loafers, black gloves, a hammer and sickle on the shirt's collar, red star earrings, a beret, and some pouches behind her. She holds her SKS with both hands, her right hand on the grip and finger clearly off the trigger. Her bayonet is also folded away. In her voice lines, voiced by Suzaki Aya, who also voices Riko Takisubo in Scientific Railgun and Magical Index, Mako Mankan Shoku in Kill la Kill, Kade Kayano in Assassination Classroom, Minami Nita in Idol Master, Hoshu, Aoba, Mogami, Akatsuki, Hibiki, Ikazuki, and Inazuma in Kantai Collection, Elfit Valentine in Guilty Gear, Kukuru and Grand Blue, Ryujo in Azure Lane, and Jackal and Nikkei, SKS sees herself as very strong. She also keeps getting left behind, probably a reference to her short time as the rifle of choice for the USSR.
こんにちは、指揮官。エースの私がいれば100人力よ。よろしくね。強すぎるってのも罪ね。指揮官、やっとエースであるこの私の価値がお分かりになったんですね。そうでも、あなたのおそばにいられるだけで、私は十分満足です。本当に。エリートの私の戦いぶり、目に焼き付けておきなさい。これがエースの攻撃よ。こっちですってば。
Like some RFs, SKS's main role is increasing her own rate of fire. Her tiles only affect HGs, reducing their skill cooldown by 10%, and is best positioned on tiles 1, 2, 4, 5, or 7. At level 10, her skill, Assault Focus, has SKS's rate of fire increased by 55% for 5 seconds. This raises her rate of fire, without any equipment, to roughly 53. This has a 5-second ICD and an 8-second NCD. When fully linked at level 100 and maxed out, SKS has 93 HP per link for a total of 465, consumes 55 ammo and 90 rations, deals 100 damage, has 34 evasion, 59 accuracy, 34 rate of fire, 7 move speed, a 40% critical rate, and deals 150% damage on a crit. SKS is able to equip telescopic sights, hollow sights, red dot sights, suppressors, EP ammo, microchips, rangefinders, and capes. The recommended equipment for SKS is a 5-star scope, 5-star special sniper ammo, and a 5-star cape. This gives her plus 10 damage, plus 48% crit rate, plus 25% crit damage, and plus 120 armor pen. This brings her stats to 110 damage, 88% crit rate, 175% crit damage, and 135 armor pen. There's not much to say about SKS that really hasn't been said about practically every other lower rarity 2-star, maybe even 3-star doll. She does have higher than average rate of fire, and her skill further increases that, which is okay, decent HP, but everything else is just a massive letdown. SVT-38 has 10 more base damage than her, and does a massive amount of damage with her skill. M14 has a mod, is better than her in pretty much every way, and has a better version of her skill, not to mention a second skill. And WA-2000 is also overall better. There is zero reason to use her unless you're extremely low leveled. You should just scrap her and make her a target for the test range, and forget about her like the Soviets did after 2 years. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates. I also stream and are currently streaming Okami, and please check out my other Arknights and Azure Lane videos as well.